Welcome to Philly Feud. I'm the referee of today's matchup. Let's meet our competition. Here is Team Blue.
Hi, I'm Bob Ford, sports columnist, joined here by the rest of Team Inquirer. Sam Carchidi, the best Inquirer hockey writer ever. Maureen Fitzgerald, the food writer of the Philadelphia Inquirer. And Desperate Dan Rubin down there, the social media expert from the Inquirer. And we're going to do what we do every day at the Inquirer. We're going to beat the Daily News.
Philadelphia is known to be a tough city. Let's meet Team Red.
I'm Chuck Darrow from the Philadelphia Daily News, the People Paper, and we are here tonight to humiliate the Inquirer, whose slogan, of course, is, if it happens in Philly, it's news to us. Say hello to Jen and to Ronnie and to Boop.
We're in search for a team that knows the most about Philly.
Philly Feud is brought to you by Chickies and Pete's, the #1 sports bar in America, home of fan-friendly fun and famous food. Visit chickiesandpete's.com for locations. And by Sugar House Casino. Philly loves a winner.
And now, let's welcome our ringmaster, Mike Missinelli.
Hello, welcome to the Philly Feud. We're live from America's #1 sports bar, Chickies and Pete's in South Philadelphia. And how about a hand for our lovely official, Miss Sigourney McLeave. Sigourney, nice job. Well, tonight is a special edition of the Philly Feud, near and dear to my heart. We have the two outstanding newspapers in Philadelphia. In the blue corner, we have the Pulitzer Prize winning Philadelphia Inquirer over here, right over here, the Philadelphia Inquirer. My old employer. I love him dearly. And in the red corner, the People Paper, the Daily News. All right, we know these guys write about the city every day, but let's put their knowledge to the test. It's now time to see which newspaper knows more about Philly sports, history, and traditions. The team will face off in 4 rounds, guessing the top answers to poll questions and lists about Philadelphia. Correct answers are worth 10 points. Incorrect answers give your opponent a shot at the board. And then we'll go back and forth until all team members humiliate themselves or until the board is filled. All right, Sigourney, Daily News and Inquirer, you had a chance to interview them. We got to get your pregame call.
Now, I don't really know which team to pick. I think we have 2 very intelligent teams on our hands. I don't know.
All right, let's bring up our captains. From the blue corner, the award-winning sports columnist, Mr. Bob Ford. And from the red corner, Mr. Chuck Darrow from the Daily News. All right, guys. Chuck, you going Fonzie on us today with the leather coat? All right, here we go. Bob, you look sloppy as always. Thank you very much for coming tonight.
Great to be here, Bob.
All righty, here is question 1. All right, you know how it works. Give the question. If you know any of the answers, you plug in first, you get control of the board, and then you have a chance to sweep the board. The first question. Philadelphia has many distinct sculptures and statues around the city. According to Philly.com, name the top 5 public statues in Philadelphia. Mr. Darrow.
William Penn.
The William Penn statue. Is William Penn on the building on the board? Apparently not. Oh, William Penn no longer popular. That means you get a chance to steal, Bob.
I would say that Rocky statue.
The Rocky statue. Rocky statue has to be up there in this city, right? It's the #1 answer. Look at you grabbing #1 out of the chute. All right, Bob, keep going. You got control. Can you shut them out?
Kate Smith.
Kate Smith out there outside the sports arenas. Is Kate Smith on the board? Kate is not on the board, Bob. All righty, we go to Janice. All right, Janice, you heard the question. Distinct sculptures and statues around the city. What else is on the board?
The love statue.
You don't have to press that. You're already in.
Okay.
The love sculpture, the love statue. Is it on the board? Janice, you got the 3rd answer. All right, Janice feeling confident about her chances.
Yes.
Keep going, Janice.
The clothespin.
The clothespin, and that's a very, very good guess. It is incorrect, however. Oh, we move over to Sam Carchidi. All right, Sam.
All right, I'll stick with sports. Go with the Mike Schmidt statue.
The Mike Schmidt statue right outside Citizens Bank Park. Is it on the board? It is not on the board. Sorry about that. All right, Ronnie. Represent the Daily News well.
The Frank Rizzo statue?
The Frank Rizzo. Do we have a statue of Frank?
We do. A municipal.
I think we have a
MSB
mural.
building.
It's where?
It's in front of the MSB building.
It's in front of the MSB building. I should have known that. It's Frank Rizzo up there. Had a lot of talk for nothing because it's not up there. You look perplexed, Marlene.
Oh,
Marlene,
no,
you
not
right?
at all. Not at all.
Okay, have you been conferring with your teammates?
All in my head.
All right, you got it. Go ahead.
Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc, is she up there? Joan of Arc is not up there. All right, boop. Bob Patrone, Bob, what do you got here?
I got one of the newest statues, Harry the K.
Harry Callis statue. Is Harry up there? Oh, yes, he is. He's number 2. Keep going, Boo.
Go with the females. How about Betsy Ross? She's got to be up somewhere.
Betsy Ross. Is Betsy Ross on the board? Betsy Ross is not on the board.
I'd say Ben Franklin.
The Ben Franklin statue. Is the Ben Franklin statue on the board? Not on the board. All right, so the first round, I think we perplexed the 2 newspapers. Let's see what the remaining answers are. Number 4 is the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
The unknown statue.
It is the unknown statue. And number 5 is the Arrow Memorial. All right, Sigourney, very little tally for you for the first round. What do you got?
Yes, it is. The Philadelphia Inquirer has 10 points on the board, and the Daily News is in the lead. They have 20 points on the board.
All right, so it is 20-10, the Daily News. We come back, we'll get to know our 2 teams from the Daily News and the Inquirer, and a question right up their alley is coming up right next here on the Philly Feud. Come on back. Welcome back to the Philly Feud live from the #1 sports bar in America, Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. You know, if you want to try out or come to a taping of the show, all you got to do is go to our website. It's phillyfeud.com. You'll find out all the details. You know, it's time to introduce our 2 Philadelphia newspapers. Let's, first of all, introduce our Philadelphia Inquirer team right over here. Team Blue. Captain is Bob Ford, award-winning sports columnist, has outlasted 7 sports editors. Bob and I broke in together, and I know 6 of those sports editors were really rats. Right, Bob?
I'm going to go for 7 more, too, Michael.
All
We'll
right.
see how that goes.
That tells you a little something about your perseverance, my friend. He's great. Now, to his right is the Flyers beat writer for the Philadelphia Inquirer. The 64 Phillies is still his favorite team. He's still heartbroken about it. His name is Sam Carchidi. Sam?
How you doing, Mike? Great to be here.
All right, we move over to the Inquirer's food writer, Maureen Fitzgerald, award-winning food editor. She once tagged out Marcus Hayes at home in an Inquirer Daily News softball game, and did he try to collide with you? Because I would
Honest
think.
to God, he was so shocked that I caught the ball.
Really?
That his jaw dropped.
Did you block
And
the
so,
plate? Did you
yeah,
hang
it
in
wasn't
there?
a force. I had to easy out.
That's good work by you,
Surprise
Maureen.
factor.
And to your right, another guy that broke in with me way back in the day. He's now a Metro columnist, the social media guru. He's lived in all 4 U.S. Commonwealths. Is that right?
Yeah.
Dan
What are
Rubin.
they? Pennsylvania, that's easy. Virginia, Massachusetts, you guys? No. Kentucky.
And what's your favorite Commonwealth?
Oh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, again, it's a loaded question, of course. All right, let's move over to the red team and introduce Chuck Darrow. Well, we know Chuck because his article in the Daily News inspired this matchup. He's the entertainment features writer and once publicly was scolded by Paul McCartney. What's that about?
Well, we were at a press conference back in '90 at the Vet. He was playing, and my buddy Randy Alexander, who was the Trenton Times music writer, and I were in the first row. And McCartney's kind of a windbag at times, and we weren't interested in what he was saying, so we had our own conversation to keep ourselves amused. And all of a sudden, we hear, "Excuse me, this is my press conference."
Oh, wow. He got all flippy-doo and jingly
He
Joe
really
on you,
did.
didn't he?
He really
all right,
did.
to your left, we go to Janice Armstrong, features columnist. She's 6'2", folks. Yeah, I wanted Darrow to get on a booster seat here to make it look good. And yes, she does wear heels at 6'2". Janice, welcome.
Thank you.
All righty. And to her left, Ronnie Polaneski, first trip to Atlantic City. Get this, she won $438. Her car broke down on the same day, cost $437.50 to repair. She netted 50 cents, but she still goes back to Atlantic City. Is that a true story, Ron?
It's a totally true story. And the last time I was back was last night. I was at Miss America. So
Good for you. And
Yeah.
But that didn't matter because you're making all those riches at the Daily News.
Oh.
Right? All right. All right. To your left, he is called the Sultan of Stats. His dad, Bob Petrone Sr., was a legend in this business. He's been a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, which I don't get at all, since Christmas Day 1971. What's that?
They lost a double overtime heartbreaker to the Dolphins, and I was 9 years old, and I didn't know any better. I felt bad for them, so figured I'd have a second NFL team, Eagles and Chiefs.
All right, so the first team is the Eagles.
Absolutely, yes.
All right, because I was going to chastise you as a fraud. You know that.
Well, you will anyhow, but...
All right, let's bring our second participant something. Sam Carchidi from the Inquirer, Janice Armstrong from the Daily News. All right, guys. Good luck. We have 76 Philadelphians. You see what we did there? 76 Philadelphians. Besides reading, what else do you do with your newspaper? Sam.
Line of birdcage.
You line a bird cage. Let's see if line of bird cage is up there. Yes, line animal cages. Birds, puppies, poop, it doesn't really matter. All right, Sam, you got control.
Okay, fan yourself.
You fan yourself with the newspaper. Is fan yourself on the board? It is not on the board. All right, Janice.
You clip coupons out of it.
You clip coupons out of it, and that's a great answer. And that should be up there, but it's not.
You put it on the table when you eat crabs.
Oh, you put it on the table when you eat crabs. Let's see if that's on there. Oh, yeah. Eating crabs or cramps. Kind of the same thing. All right, Maureen.
You cut out recipes.
You cut out recipes. That's actually pretty good. Is it up there? It is not up there. No recipes. All right, Ronnie.
All right.
What do you have?
Crossword puzzle?
You do the crossword puzzle, of course. Is that there? That is not there. All right. Turned out to be a tough question, Dan Rubin. What do you have?
You wrapped fish.
You wrap fish with it. It's not on the board. Uh-oh. That's actually good. I don't know how that's not on the board. Let's move over to Bob. All right, Bob.
Keep your head wet and dry in the rain.
You keep your head dry in the rain. Cause you make remember those guys who used to make the hats,
Yeah,
right?
pressmen.
Yeah, newspaper hats, the pressmen. Is that up there? No, it's not up there. All right, Bob.
You know what I think you do? I think you wash your windows with it now and then.
You wash your windows with it, and a lot of people think that's the way to go. Wash windows, clean windows. Newspapers are good for that. All right, Bob. You got two more answers.
At least they're good for something. Okay, I would say that you also occasionally might clean off your pet.
Clean off your pet?
Your dog or your cat.
The dog comes out of the rain, you clean it off with
Muddy
newspaper?
paws, muddy
What's the
paws.
matter, you can't afford paper towels at the Ford house?
Can't, no. You
All
gotta
right,
use
is
the
that up
paper.
there? Not up there. All right. You got two left, including the number one answer.
SWAT bugs?
You swat bugs with it. Is that on the board? It is on the board. You swat flies with the newspaper. All right, come on. You got one more answer left. Can you get it? This is actually easy. I can't believe people didn't get this one.
You wrap dishes when you move.
You wrap dishes when you move. Is that on the board? It is. You wrap fragile items. Oh, my word. The Daily News has completely befuddled the Inquirer team over there. What is our score, Sigourney?
Well, he just tied up the game. They both have 40 points on the board.
All right, 40 points on the board, and we got round 3. It's a sports question. More of this exciting competition between the Daily News and the Philadelphia Inquirer right here in the Philly Feud. Come on back. Welcome back to the Philly Feud. We're doing it live in the number one sports bar in America, it's Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. All right, it is a tie game as we go into round 3. Let's bring up our third contestants, Maureen Fitzgerald and Ronnie Polineski for round 3 of the Philly Feud. All right, ladies. Ceremonial handshake. A sports question for round 3. According to Phillies.com, which pitchers allowed the most home runs in their careers? That was Ronnie.
Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels. Is Cole Hamels on the board? Yeah, Cole Hamels on the board. He's in the 3rd spot. All right, Ronnie. There you go. She didn't think she had that right.
Totally didn't.
All right.
Okay.
You got to go a little bit old school, Ronnie.
Oh, man. Steve Carlton?
Steve Carlton. Is Steve Carlton on the board? Yeah, he gave up a lot of home runs, Steve Carlton. He finished 100 years here. He is number 2 on the board. You're amazing yourself.
I'm stunned myself.
Look at this look of excitement and joy on her face. All right, Ronnie, you got 3 left.
No names are coming to mind. So give me some.
You can't look at your teammates. The Inquirer's ready to call you on that. You're doing
okay.
okay by yourself.
My brain is frozen.
All right,
My brain is
you've
frozen.
run out of time.
I'm
Go
sorry,
unfreeze your
I'm
brain
sorry.
over there. All right, let's move over now.
Mitch Williams?
Mitch Williams allowing the most home runs. He allowed the biggest home run, but not the most. He is not on the board. Oh, this man is salivating for this question now. Look at him. They call him this Boop Stats right over here. All right, Stats.
How about the all-time Major League leader, Robin Roberts?
Robin Roberts is on the board right number 1. Oh, the Inquirer has that look of dread. Look at Dan Rubin over here. All right, Boop, go ahead.
Chris Short?
Chris Short. Is Chris Short on the list? Number 5. Who would have got Chris Short? All right, Boop.
How about Dick Ruthven?
Dick Ruthven, is he in the number 4 spot? He is not in the number 4 spot. The Inquirer lives. All right, Dan, who do you got?
Art Mahaffey.
Art Mahaffey he pulls out of his shorts there. Is Art Mahaffey on the board? He's not on the board. It's Chuck Darrow. Come on up, Chuck.
Kyle Kendrick?
Kyle Kendrick. He's gone for Kyle Kendrick, who's on the roster currently, and he is not on the board.
Grover Cleveland Alexander.
He went Grover Cleveland Alexander. Old school. Grover Cleveland and Alex not on the board.
There's a dead ball.
All right. There's one answer left on the board.
Larry Christensen.
Larry Christensen. Is he on the board? Not on the board. LC is not on the board. All right, Sam. This could be in your wheelhouse here. Number 4, you don't have to go that old school.
Tommy Underwood.
Tommy Underwood, the little diminutive left-hander. He is not on the board. All righty, that concludes it. Boop, you got the answer? Ryan Madsen? He's not on the board either. Number 4 is Brett Myers. How soon do we forget Brett Myers? All right, Sigourney, what is our tally?
Well, the Philadelphia Inquirer have 40 points on the board, but the Daily News certainly took the lead. They have 80 points.
Uh-oh. It is 80 to 40. We come back. We've got round 4. It's a political question. Come on back. Who's going to win this thrilling bout on the Philly Feud? Oh, it's a big crowd here at Chickies and Pete's, #1 sports bar in America. We're in South Philadelphia. We're at the Philly Feud. We're doing it live. It's the Daily News and the Philadelphia Inquirer. We bring up our next contestants, Dan Rubin from the Inquirer and Bob Vitrone Jr. from the Daily News for round 4. All righty, guys. Political writer, not a political writer. But I think that this is a fair question for both of you. Here we go.
I'll be the judge of that.
Question 4, according to Philly.com. Name the top 5 most notable mayors in Philly history. Bob Vitrone.
Francis Rizzo.
Frank Rizzo. He's got to be on the list. Where is he on the list? He's number 4. Only number 4, Bob.
Wilson Good.
Wilson Good. I got to be on the list. Number 2.
Bill Green.
Bill Green. Is Bill Green on the list? Bill Green is not on the list. Not notable enough for Philly.com. Move over to Dan Rubin. All right, Dan.
Well, Ed Rendell.
Ed Rendell. Is Ed Rendell on the board? Of course he's on the board. He is number 2 on the board.
Dilworth.
Richardson Dilworth. Number 5. Well, I'll tell you what. That was a good one. I don't think anybody would get Richardson Dilworth. All right, step right up, Dan. You got the number 1 guy. Who do you have? Most notable mayor, according to Philly.com.
Tate.
Is James Tate on the board at number 1? Not on the board. All right, we move over to Chuck Darrow. Step right up, Chuck.
How about that, Mayor Michael Nutter?
Mayor Michael Nutter. Is he on the board? He is not on the board. And the Inquirer has a chance. Pop board.
John Street.
John Street. Johnny Street's got to be there. Number 1 answer. Oh, look at this. The Inquirer has come back. Sigourney, what is the score?
Well, the Philly Inquirer, they have 70 points on the board, but the Daily News is still in the lead. They have 100.
All right, it's 100 to 70, and we come back. We have the lightning round. 200 points at stake. Anybody can win. Come on back to the Philly Feud. Welcome back to the Philly Feud live from #1 sports bar in America. It's Chickies and Pete's in South Philadelphia. We have the Daily News versus the Inquirer. The Daily News slightly in the lead as we go to the lightning round. And here are the rules of the lightning round. Your designated player will have 1 minute to give your team clues about 10 items related to Philadelphia. You cannot say any part of the name, place, or thing. Each correct response worth 20 points. This round will determine the winners of the Philly Feud. All right, let's bring up the team that's behind. I talked to them during the commercial. They're very confident they can stage a comeback. You know how it works. You've got 1 minute to get these 10 items, places, or things in Philadelphia. You ready, Bob?
I am ready.
All right. Starting now, go.
Former district attorney.
Rental inspector.
Woman.
Lynn Abraham.
Lynn Abraham.
Very popular dessert made locally.
Cannoli.
It's cold. Sometimes you put Jimmy's on it.
Ice cream.
Soft custard.
Made by
Mr. Softy.
Pass it.
famous
Bassett's
department
ice cream.
store downtown.
Wanamaker's correct.
Defenseman for the Flyers. Swedish or something.
Kimmo Timonen.
Kimmo Timonen. He's actually finished. Don't worry about it.
Very famous singer, early rock and roll, kind of
25
portly.
seconds.
Kate Smith.
Kind of portly rock and roll singer.
Oh, not so much rock and roll.
Elvis Presley.
Not chess.
Chubby Checker.
Chubby Checker.
Checker.
Good clue.
Old seafood restaurant specializing in
Bookbinder's correct. 10 seconds.
former linebacker for the Eagles. Older Bill Berge.
Bill Berge's correct. 2 seconds. 1. That's time's up. Late comeback. 20 points for each correct answer. Did the Inquirer do enough to get into the lead, Sigourney?
They did. They put 190 points on the board.
All right, they've got 100, so they're ahead 190 to 100.
Yep.
If you get 5 answers, you'll win. All right, Chuck, you ready to go? 1 minute starting. Go.
Former Philadelphia district attorney.
Lynn Abraham. Ed
Kennedy
Rendell.
assassination.
Arnold Spector.
All right, Spectre.
Local candy.
More.
Goldenberg's peanut chews.
Goldenberg's peanut shoes is correct.
Famous old visited at holiday time at the department store in Center City.
Watermaker's Light Show. Strawbridge's Old Town.
A town. It's a town.
Christmas Town. Christmas Village. Okay.
Christmas Village is correct. 30 seconds left.
Flyers goalie. He died in a tragic.
Pelly Lindbergh's correct.
Okay. Big singing duo went to Temple.
Hall Notes.
Hall Notes is correct. Keep going.
Famous
15 seconds.
Famous boat on the river, on Delaware.
Spirit of Philadelphia.
Older.
Oh, Mushalo.
10 seconds. Mashulu is correct.
Eagle running back, great.
Wilbert Montgomery.
Wilbur Montgomery's correct.
Oldest
2
street in
seconds.
America.
1 second.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. We'll give you that answer. Oh my God. I do believe that Daily News has come up big. Sigourney, did they win it?
They did. They just have 260 points on the board.
Oh, wow, 260 to 190. The People Paper slays the Philadelphia Inquirer. Winners on today's show receive gift cards to Chickies and Pizza Ventresca's, the men's store. They also get certificates for a full detail at Frank and Auto Spa in Fraser. We'll see you next time as we search for who knows the most about Philadelphia. Tonight it was the Daily News. It's the Philly Feud.
Promotional consideration for Philly Feud provided by Sugar House Casino, Philly loves a winner, and by Ventresca Limited, the men's store in Doylestown, and by Greater Philadelphia Tourism. Visit us online at visitphilly.com.